Are gonna play. Yeah! I'll take care of this one with a tombstone. And I'll take my hog rider, bitch.
Hog rider counseling the high.
But I need elixir. Which one? I summon Tombstone. I summon the Hunter defense position. The P.E.K.K.A stronger than Barbarian.
What? They didn't even attack the balloon. Oh, we can add you. I gotta add you as a friend.
So add me, bitch. Wait, after this.
Oh, wait. Don't run.
Did anyone say Hog Rider? Yeah. It's showtime, 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 showtime. Guess who's back again? We both summoned, I summoned the knight and then you summoned the balloon at the same time.
My balloon didn't even go in here. I'm gonna add
Yay.
little buddies.
You're gay. Hey, let's start getting coins out of it. I have 4,000 something coins. How much do you have?
I'm broke because I wasted it.
I didn't. Showtime, 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 showtime. Guess who's back again? Yeah. It's on, yeah. My baby dragon's stronger than the baby dragon on the other side. Ah, just tag teaming? Seriously?
Don't worry, when they come near you.
Let's have the mini P.E.K.K.A. Remember we used to call the mini Rania?
You used to call it
nothing.
Turn off all the heaters when you're done. Oh, until like I'm in the restroom, so you got to.
Shit!
Put the one in the living room, okay? Okay, you said?
Okay.
Okay, good. And make sure you lock all the doors.
How can you not going to be able to check you live in
Anyway, I don't have it. I don't have the I don't have the fireball. Oh, never mind, I do now. Well, that wiped it out for me. But I'm still gonna kill this witch.
Oh, shoot, that's
Baby dragon, baby dragon, baby dragon. I just made that up. These niggas are high.
They're higher than you.
Thank you. We have to hold them off. Okay, so I'm so close. We lost anyway. Fuck them. Let's get it. Did it get 3 crowns?
I want to claim the classmates.
Friends? Yeah, me and my brother are friends.
Could you invite me to a game? To like a 2v2 game.
People are not awake right now? Jeez.
Please, can you invite me?
I already did.
Oh.
And this was 7 minutes. I have been recording. For my thingy thing. I don't know. This sucks. It would be better if I also lived
Just leave Clash Royale and join it back then.
Huh?
Just leave Clash Royale and join it back then. Oh.
Come back here, nigga!
I got the barbarian barrel. Barbarian barrel. Barbarian barrel.
How much gems do you have?
Shut the fuck up.
How much gems do you have?
57.
57? You have more than I have.
How much do you got?
11.
What do you been working on?
Chest.
What's that?
Silver. Just to complete a challenge to get the super micro chest, but I don't have it yet. time to react.
Everyday heroes. Grandpa trips fleeing armed suspect in Columbus, Ohio.
On the ground! Drop the gun! Drop the gun! On the ground! You're lucky you dropped that gun, man. Boy, you almost got shot. That's free. Let's lock those cuffs. Almost squeeze the trigger, man. I did too.
Here's more stories on Everyday Heroes.
Carrying clerk scares off knife-wielding robber. With all the guns floating around the U.S., this Einstein from Newport, Michigan, decided to try and rob a gas station, armed only with a knife. Video released by Michigan State Police shows the smooth criminal entering the BP at 10:40 p.m. The guy pulls his knife and demands cash. The clerk reaches behind the counter like he's going to take out money, but instead pulls out a piece and points it right at the knife man. The robber does a quick reassessment of the situation and chooses to hightail it out of the store. Police say the suspect is a white male with brown hair, between 5'5" and 5'7", and drives a light-colored gray or tan, older model mid-size car. Luckily, few people fit that description, so this should be pretty open and shut for the police.
Who are you gonna call? This guy. A UK cop is being hailed a hero after he stopped a vehicle from falling over a bridge using just his bare hands and sheer determination. The van had been driving through icy conditions in Yorkshire when it skidded off the road and was left dangling precariously over a motorway bridge. When traffic officer Martin Willis arrived on the scene, he realized the driver was still trapped and hanging upside down in the van. Not willing to let the van fall over the edge, Motorway Martin grabbed hold of a wheel to keep the vehicle from swaying. He held on for 15 minutes until help arrived. The rescue operation took 2 hours, but ended with the 22-year-old driver being rescued and the van being pulled to safety. The poor driver suffered serious leg injuries and was immediately taken to the hospital. Motorway Martin, meanwhile, is getting applause from others on the internet for acting swiftly and saving a man's life. Faith in humanity restored. As wildfire devastated more than 90 acres of land in California, one man's random act of kindness toward a helpless creature instantly made him everyone's hero. The man had pulled over along Highway 101 near La Conchita after spotting a rabbit near the edge of the blaze. The animal darted into a burning bush, prompting the frantic bystander to jump up and down in a panic before rushing toward the inferno. He then reaches for something in the flames, eventually getting hold of the frightened bunny and carrying it to safety. A news photographer had filmed the daring rabbit rescue, which quickly went viral and made everyone and their mother collectively awe. The hero reportedly declined to be interviewed, but that didn't stop netizens from weighing in and piling on the praise for his selfless stunt. Saving lives for 6 decades. An 81-year-old man who made it his life's work to give blood has just made his last donation, ending a 60-year run that helped save millions of little lives. James Harrison was inspired to donate blood after receiving a life-saving blood transfusion at age 14. Since age 18, he's given 1,162 donations from his right hand and 10 from his left, earning him the nickname, the man with a golden arm. Harrison's blood is special. His plasma contains a unique antibody that protects unborn babies from the deadly rhesus D hemolytic disease, or HDN. The condition occurs when a pregnant woman with Rh-negative blood carries a baby with Rh-positive blood. Her body reacts to the incompatibility by producing antibodies to neutralize the baby's red blood cells, resulting in devastating effects. HDN can lead to miscarriages and has been known to cause heart failure, brain damage, or even death in newborns. Thankfully, Australian scientists made a breakthrough with Anti-D, a life-saving medication that uses Harrison's unique plasma to stop the disease. As the program's pioneer donor, every ampule of Anti-D produced in Australia contains his blood, which means he's saved over 2.4 million babies. If he hadn't reached the age limit for donations, the remarkable grandpa says he'd still be carrying on with his work. He does hope someone else takes up the mantle and surpasses his record very soon.
Oh, this family will have a fabulous story to tell. A woman who went into labor on Sunday as floodwaters from Hurricane Harvey surrounded her apartment was saved, thanks to a human chain of neighbors and firefighters. Soon-to-be parents, Dr. Andrea and Greg Smith, were trapped inside their apartment by Hurricane Harvey, and during that time, Andrea went into labor. Unable to get help from outside the apartment complex, the Smiths realized they had no option but to prepare for a home birth. The Smiths' neighbors, who are also medical professionals, showed up with medical equipment and supplies after someone called for help. Word traveled until eventually someone whose father lived across from a fire station was able to tell firefighters about the Smiths' situation. As water levels continued to rise, the group decided to move the delivery process to the second floor of the apartment complex. When a large garbage truck was spotted outside, Greg ran out in the rain to ask for help, and that's when, to his amazement, he was told the vehicle was actually there for him and his wife. People quickly clasped hands and formed a human chain to help the laboring Andrea through the waist-high water and into the truck. After settling down in the hospital, the couple were given dry clothes and a real delivery room for Andrea to give birth. And at 1:59 a.m. on Monday, the couple's firstborn, Adriel, was born. The volunteers' brave act was captured by neighbors who lived in the same apartment complex the Smiths live in. And that footage has since gone viral across Facebook and Twitter.
Christmas miracle times 2. A family in North Carolina had a Christmas Eve for the books, saving people's lives not once, but twice. Crystal Travis and daughter Tori were driving home from visiting relatives when they came across a house fire and immediately jumped out to help. The mother-daughter duo came to the aid of a couple and their small kids right before a propane tank exploded on the porch. Thankfully, no one was harmed, and the family even managed to save some Christmas presents from the inferno. While this was going down, Dad Roger was 20 miles away and had just come across some folks trying to perform CPR on a baby. Luckily, he was able to use his skills as an EMT to revive the child. It was the craziest day ever for the Travises, but while some may call it a coincidence, they prefer to think of it as a miracle.
The miracle catch, now seen by millions. The camera set up in the baby's room, capturing it all. 35-year-old mom Tila Levy turns away for just a moment. 11-month-old Etan on the changing table. The baby begins to roll, every parent's fear, and then he tumbles over the edge. Out of nowhere, his older brother, 9-year-old Joseph, catches him.
I just yelled mom because I saw the baby, and I just ran and I caught him. But I can't even carry him, so I don't know how that happened, and I can't even run that fast either.
There's no doubt that TV can be educational, but teach a life-saving technique like the Heimlich?
It's time to expand your minds.
It was pretty scary because there was nobody else here, and I couldn't talk. I was just in shock. Amira Thornton was laying on the couch watching TV when she heard a strange noise from the kitchen.
She was going like, waving her arms.
Choking on a piece of sausage, Amira's mom couldn't breathe.
I picked her up 3 times.
Her tiny arms wrapped around her mom's waist. Then finally,
She spit the sausage out.
Mom wasn't surprised by Amira's strength.
Welcome to the gun show, baby.
Allison Anderwald saw her mom at the bottom of the pool. Tracy Anderwald had suffered a seizure. Her daughter pulled her to the shallow end of the pool, got her head out of the water, and then ran for help. Mother and daughter are doing just fine.
Brock and Bodie Schaaf were being typical 2-year-old twins, scrambling up their dresser to explore. But then suddenly, it tips over, pinning little Brock under its heavy weight. You can see Brock struggling and screaming, But Bodie jumps right into action. He immediately tries to push the dresser, but can't get it to move. Then he tries pushing from the other side, but the heavy dresser still won't budge. He surveys the situation and decides to give lifting a shot, but that doesn't work either. Finally, with a big lean, he tries to push one more time and somehow manages the strength to move that large dresser and free his brother. Check that out again. Many are now calling him a real-life mini super kid. Mom says as soon as she saw that video, she bolted the dresser to the wall to make sure it won't happen again.
It happened so fast you could barely catch it.
Line drive foul.
She did.
Nice catch down there.
Check it out again. The ball girl on the left and the catch. Just as that ball head straight for a fan who was looking down. It sent the stands, likely on his phone, only looking up after the save. Online tonight, they're simply calling her Emily the Ball Girl, number 90, narrowly saving not only him, but that beer. Glass half full. That ball was clocked at 108.7 miles per hour. Just listen to the crowd.
The crowd is cheering.
Catching it, handing it to the fan. So many reading her lips when she said to the fan, "I got you."
7th grader Jeremy Whitchick was sitting on the school bus when his moment came. Watch, he noticed the bus driver having trouble, beginning to pass out. So Jeremy ran up to grab the wheel, pulling the bus safely to the side of the road, then pulling the keys out.
He looked like he was having a seizure or choking because he was going making a weird noise. So I just went up, grabbed the wheel, turned it right, and then I just took the keys out of the ignition.
He started CPR on the bus driver until an adult came aboard to take over. Jeremy is credited with saving his bus and the 15 kids on board.
I am incredibly proud of Jeremy. Very. I always have been, but I'm especially so today.
Larissa Taylor was at her mother-in-law's house with Leah and baby Lexi last Thursday.
I was going to wash my daughter's bottle, and I blacked out after that, and I woke up to my mom shaking me, waking me up.
She did not know she was diabetic. She also had no idea her little girl knew how to use the phone.
I never taught her how to use the phone, so I have no clue how she picked it up. I'm assuming just by watching us.
Leah's grandmother, Bobby Gonzalez, was on the other end of the phone call.
It was Leah, and she said, "My mom fell down." And I said, "Well, let me talk to her." And I could hear that she put the phone close to Larissa, and I could hear a lot of, there's a lot of gurgling and noises. And I said, "Let me talk to your mom." She said she won't wake up.
Gonzalez then called 911 and rushed to the home.
In a matter of minutes, they said,
Larissa got to the hospital just in time.
I can't imagine losing her. So, Leah really came through for us that day.
She's been wearing a towel around the house.
Are you okay?
Yeah. About it. So definitely, she's my little superhero.
Diana Jensen knows she would move heaven and earth to help her daughter Livia, but she never expected her 4-year-old would be the one saving her.
Mom, did you come over to our house? My mommy.
The frightening ordeal began when Jensen collapsed from her couch to the living room floor. Livia, amazingly calm and composed, called 911.
The best description I can give is a 2x4 in the back of my head and my spine.
Jensen, who has lupus, was suffering a severe seizure.
Can you stand by mommy and tell me that if her stomach's going up and down, like she's breathing?
Mommy, is your stomach going up and down? Yes.
Is that mommy in the background?
Yeah.
Jensen, unable to speak, can only gesture.
Mommy, what's wrong?
Okay, yeah, she's not answering you.
No, but her head hurts because she's showing me what hurts.
This is the only time dispatcher Jill Schmidt has met the person on the other end of the phone. Livia left an impression.
To be able to talk to somebody as exceptional as Livia and how well she did, it reminds me of why I like to do the job.
Livia kept her cool for a full 10 minutes.
Tell mommy that help is on the way, okay?
Help is on the way, Mommy. I did it.
Okay, you did a very good job, Nivea.
I
And that was ABC's John Muller reporting what a remarkable little girl. She knew her home address, too. Not many 4-year-olds know that.
So calm, so intelligent. She just kept it together the whole time. Boy, that was great to see.
I know, I did it.
2-year-old Brooke Sagan is alive today because of her quick-thinking brother Tristan. On Sunday morning, their mom suddenly noticed Brooke was gone. A parent's worst nightmare.
She said, "Where's the baby?" And my mom went running outside and she saw her floating in the pool.
Little Brooke was in this water only a couple of minutes, but that's all it takes. They pulled her out, put her here on the patio, and she wasn't breathing. But luckily, her 9-year-old brother knew CPR. How'd you know how to do it?
Television.
Television?
Yeah.
Specifically, the movie Black Hawk Down. So you learned this from the movie Black Hawk Down?
They were like pushing on their chest and like giving them rescue breaths.
He did save his sister's life. Of course, Black Hawk Down is pretty grown-up stuff for a 3rd grader.
We've tried to turn this movie off 100 times, and he watches these scenes over and over. He dresses up like a medic, and he runs around doing these things, and we always thought it was so silly, but you know what? That silly movie that cost a few dollars saved our daughter's life.
You like your sister, huh?
Sometimes she gets on my nerves.
He's as modest as he is honest. How do you...
Huh? This is the first time we're gonna be late.
Shit!
How come you never looked at the time, dumbass?
I'm gonna start